Hey guys, before we begin, as always, this firearm has been safety checked. There's no magazine in the mag well, and there's no cartridges inside the chamber. And if I sweep the room, there's nobody in this area, and it's safe to film. So, without further ado, let's start the show. Hey guys, Rick here, Big Gun 81. Hope you're all doing well today, and thanks for stopping by the channel. So, I'm holding in my hand the 50 round Torkmag here. You may have seen my unboxing video, or unpackaging video, if you will, where I did a basic overview of it and first initial look and kind of gave you guys my impressions on it. Well, now I had a chance to actually take it to the range and test it out, so I want to kind of do a little follow-up on it. First, though, I want to mention this. This particular magazine, I may have said it, I may have not, I don't remember, is like an early production, a pre-production magazine, actually. So, one of the things I had commented on when I first did that video was the seam on here, where it looks like there's like some type of adhesive or something that they use to, bond the two halves of the magazine body together. And apparently that's not the case. That's actually the polymer. It's melded together. I don't know what the actual process is for how they actually, bond them together, but it sounds like, maybe they're melted, but they're melded like with a D. So I don't know, you guys, if you have an idea of how that process works, let me know in the comments below. I'd be interested to know. So anyway, that may be something that gets cleared up a little bit on the production models, possibly. The other thing that I had a little bit of an issue with, which is not a real big deal, I mean, it's not really much of an issue, but something I want to mention, is this magazine, when you insert it, insert's fine. That's all good. You go to press the mag release, empty, full mag. You can see it doesn't drop free. It will drop free on my ATI Omni polymer receiver, however, but on my aluminum receivers, not the case. It's not hard to insert it. It's just it doesn't drop free. There's just enough of a enough friction on there or drag on it that it doesn't just fall out. That may change in time if the polymer gets worn a little more or something. Not a big deal. A full mag probably won't slip out either, but it might. I haven't really tried it with a full mag honestly yet. So those are the two things I kind of wanted to mention. Now, as far as the test of it, I took it out, did a nice 50 round mag dump with it. No jams, no issues, no problems. The bolt hold open feature works fine every single time. So no issue there. The other thing I wanted to do was, since it function tested fine, I ran about 300 rounds through it. So, and yeah, that does get kind of expensive, by the way. So if you want to help me out with that, I do have a donate button on my website at biggunner81.com. It'll be on the front page. You can send me a couple bucks if you want to help me out. Because, I'm sure you guys like seeing these reviews, and it does get kind of costly. So, yeah, doing a 50 round mag dump, that in itself costs a couple bucks. And so I did about 300 rounds, and like I said, functioned perfect, no jams, no problems, and the bolt hole open feature actually worked, so I was pretty impressed. So my next thing was, how well is it going to hold up as far as to abuse? So I took it, I chucked it down range a few times, up in the air, let it hit the ground nice and hard. That was with it empty. Picked it up, flicked off a little bit of grass and stuff that got stuck in it, whatever, and yeah, no problems, no cracks, no splits, no issues. I took it, I dropped it on gravel. Drop in some gravel. Couple little scuffs, no big deal. From like chest height or whatever a couple times, and yeah, nothing cracked, nothing split, no issue there. Then I took a fully loaded mag with 50 rounds, which you gotta remember is a little heavier than a 30 round mag. So I took that and I dropped it in the grass a few times. course, eject it around. There's this piece of brass there. And the top round would kind of pop out, which I wouldn't think that it wouldn't. I don't have an issue with that happening. Picked it up, no cracks, no problems. Loaded it up again, took it out, ran it. I think I put another 50 to 100 rounds through it again. I can't remember how many times I reloaded it, if it was once or twice at that point. But needless to say, never failed, never had a problem. So I'm fairly impressed with this magazine, believe it or not. Again, the aesthetics of this one that I have in my hand, which is a possibly a pre-production, early release model. The actual production version might be a little bit better than this one as far as the aesthetics of it, but it's not all that bad, really. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice if it was texturized, had more grip on it or something. It's very plain looking, but then again, it kind of looks kind of cool that way too. I could see this mag being very good for doing like 3-gun or any type of competition use, especially since it hasn't had any issues with jamming. I think it's very cool. Like, again, the spring in here, which I think I called it like a spooled up spring or something. I think the technical term might actually be a clock spring. So I'm just going to go with that. I think, so it's got a clock spring in the front and a regular coiled up spring for the main magazine body, or that sits in the main magazine body that pushes on the follower. That design is pretty cool, and if you're curious what that looks like and you haven't seen my first video, go check it out because I took it apart. Now, Torkmag doesn't really recommend disassembling it, I don't think, because it can be very tricky probably to put it back together, as I kind of explained in that first video. But needless to say, the mechanics of the magazine work great. I think it'll be great for 3-gun and shooting any type of competitions and things like that. It is very durable, at least at this point. We'll see how it holds up long term, but I'm pretty impressed that it didn't shatter with the fully loaded 50 rounds in the mag, or even just throwing it down range. And I didn't just toss it a little bit. I mean, I tossed it pretty good, and I did that more than a few times. So yeah, I'd say check them out. Not a bad deal. I like the design, again, of the mechanics behind it and everything, and I can only see this magazine getting better and better since they're a new company, and they really want to produce a good product, so they're going to be working on that. But go check them out, torkmag.com, see what you think, and check out my couple clips here I'll show you guys, and me shooting it and tossing it around and doing all the abusive stuff to it. And until next time, go out and have some fun shooting.